Hey listeners! So today I'm going to show you how to use GarageBand. I love GarageBand, I do many things on it, and I'm going to show you two of my favorite things, how to create your own song and how to create a live loop song. And I love live loops so much, it is so easy to use, you don't have to have any experience to use it, which is great. Let's just hop right into it. So hit the plus sign, and then hit the top one, create new song. You do not want to hit the import from iCloud because I don't really know what that does. If you do, please tell me in the comments below. So there's all these options for instrument, and you can start with whatever you want. Start with drums. You're going to get a couple options of drums. You're going to get just regular drums. Do not ever use this. This sucks. Even a professional drummer, it's finger drumming. You can't do that. So don't use this kind of drums. You can use drummer. It works like this. So you just click on it, and it'll have these different drummers who have different personalities and different styles on there. This one's called Jasper. You can switch it up a little bit, like add clapping and undo the hi-hat, and you get a different sound. You might like this more, and you can just mix and match until you get what you want. And change how many times they do the fills. Like, fills are like the little cool parts in the thing. You can add more or less. More or less. So, yeah. Now I'm going to, whenever you want to get out of an instrument, there is a little button right here. It's a little tiny upside down triangle. Click that and go to Instruments. Now you can use drummer, but I recommend you use smart drums because it gives you way more control. I love smart drums so much. So it's basically this grid, and you can drag any of these things. This is called the kick. This is the snare. This is the hi-hat. This is clapping. These are cymbals. And this is I don't remember what that's called. It's kind of like a shaker though. So say you want some, okay, and then there's also these four corners. So you have loud, simple, quiet, and complex. Usually we want somewhere between loud and simple for the kick, the bass drum. And then add this, and it'll automatically go with the beat, which is amazingly cool. And then add some of this. And then let me add some hi-hat. I like that. That sounds pretty good. You can also add some clapping somewhere. And here's all of them. And you can switch them to wherever you want them to go. Take some out. Whatever you want to do. Now it sounds totally different. See, I love smart drums so much. Okay, so let's get out of here, and I want to show you some of the other ones. Back to instruments. Now, smart drums, sampler, voice recorder. Voice recorder is pretty cool. So you have this little thing over here which monitors. Here, I'm talking right now. I'm not even recording. If I yell really loud, it'll go to the top, and if I talk really softly, it'll barely move. So, yeah, and you can also make your voice sound differently, so. Blah, 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 blah. So it's going to have they have different effects that you can add, and you can change how the effects sound specifically, depending on what you want. It's all very complicated. It may seem, but don't get intimidated. Okay, now, there's keyboard, which is literally just a regular keyboard. And then these also, you can add sustain. There's something called arpeggio, which is super cool. So, yeah, then you can sound super professional, and you can freak your parents out, like, what? You can play like that? And you can be like, hee hee hee. So, keyboard, drums, smart guitar. So, if you're like me, and you barely know how to play guitar, I literally know how to play like one note. These have the different note options for you, and if you don't know what these are, it's okay. You can just click one of them and hold it down. You can also strum one by one. You can also hit individual strings. So, yeah, if you dislike that, you can just go to regular guitar, which is on here somewhere. And then there's also smart bass. It's like literally the same thing. Okay, and then, but in bass form. And then here is smart strings. I love smart strings. So you can have plucking, or you can have which is like really cinematic, which is probably on the thing it's on right now. Then go back to instruments. I'm just trying out all the instruments for you so you can see the different ones. There's pretty much all of them. I just wanted to give you a quick review. Now, my favorite part, live loops. If you go on the new 6S, then hit this little grid thing, live loops, a bunch of stuff comes up. You can have different genres. Now, if you don't know what a genre is, that's okay. These all just sound different. House, R&B, dubstep, you've probably heard these words before. These are called genres. You can also create a new one, which is just basically looping over yourself playing regular instruments. So, let's say I personally like the dubstep one. Just click one of these lines and immediately something will sound amazing. That's just an example. If you just click one of these lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, they're all gonna sound amazing. So, that's like automatic fun. Even if you're just like hanging out with like little cousins or your brothers or something, then you can just have these options and just mess around with. So go to the recording center and it will start recording this, and then you can switch off after it's done. Watch this. So let it go a little bit and then switch it. Ready? And this is all like synth lead, synth sounds. It sounds really cool. So that's a really simple way to use live loops. If you want to do it differently, you can do it one by one. So you could click this one, as well as this one, and mix and match. And trust me, they all sound good together. So, yeah. Or you could do, and then you can go from here to here. The hard part is if you have to if you're trying to repeat them, it's kind of hard to remember. That's why I like to do the line thing. So yeah, and if you want to understand the song better, then like, you see all these little tiny markings on here, the little tiny markings in the boxes. The more markings there are, like this one has more markings than this one, then it's gonna sound different. Like, watch. Here, let me stop these. So, the more markings there are, it's like the more rhythmic it is. So, I just wanted to show you that. I love live loops and I think it is super cool. So, I really hope you try this out. Now, one last thing I'm going to show you is how to upload your live loops. So, once you're done with that, just go like this. The little triangle thing. Triangle is your way out. So, you go back to my songs, and I'll delete this later because I don't need this as a song. Now, I've created an entire section of things I'm going to upload to YouTube. And it is right here. It's called YouTube. And I have all of my lovely things on it, and I say I want to upload it to SoundCloud or YouTube or something. So, let's say I want to upload Party Montage. Now, I love this song. It is a beautiful song. Listen, please. I just titled it Party Montage like this. Here's a little sneak preview. So I like this song a lot, and I want to upload it to YouTube. So go back to my songs. Then hit select. Then select the thing you want. Then go to this little box triangle thing. Arrow. And go to YouTube. Or SoundCloud or Facebook or whatever you want. Now, I'm going to change the title. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep a party montage. Description. Hi, listeners. So I have written... Sage, stop it! So I have written my description and my title, and now I have chosen my cover photo. It is an amazing one that my great YouTube friend Lou the Fab made for me. She has made a ton of my thumbnails, and she's just amazing. Seriously, look her up, Lou the Fab. She's on my channel page, actually. She's one of my requested channels. So there you go. Then you hit continue. and then I want it to be public because I want all of you guys to be able to see this. Then you hit share, and then it'll start exporting. How easy is that? Pretty easy. This is it, listeners. I hope you enjoyed this video on how to use GarageBand. If you have any other tips or tricks, please comment down below. Bye!